Grand day, amazing souls. How are you feeling? So. You know, every day is a new day. Think of this. Think of it like this. The sun rises and sets daily, right? And if the sun does not set, then the rise will not give us the energy that we need. And this transmission today is going to be titled The Pause Is, right? So I stepped into this awakening in 2018, I want to say. And by 2019, I was aware of what was really going on. So I was like one of those in that 2020 wave, 2019 wave. And I've been in this pause, right? And it's like I've been praying and praying and praying. And I remember in 2020, I received a message to enjoy the the pause. 1, 2, 3. Enjoy these steps, right? And because me, I'm a number 5 through and through. I'm Mercury ruled for real. That's just straight child energy. And it was no way that I wanted to sit still. No way. I'm like, look, I need to do something. I need to move. But not understanding the pause is the movement. The pause is what I was supposed to be doing. The pause is that breath of fresh air. After going through so much trauma, after going through so much heartache, after being ostracized and just torn apart by not only the world but myself. 222, right? I needed that pause. Still do. I'm still paused. And I'm okay with it. I'm starting to integrate some things. However, I'm still in that pause. But one thing that I've learned along this path is that I refuse to keep giving, and it's not being reciprocated. I need my cup filled. I refuse to any longer fill others' cups and it's not being reciprocated. We have to be mindful. You ever seen a well run dry? Because that's where we'll end up. Look at the average soul that is out here roaming, roaming. They just here. I've even heard say, they just taking up space. And 333, I will not go that far because everyone has their purpose, right? However, if we do not recognize that we sometimes overgive and we give more than we should, then our wells will run dry. And this pause has been teaching me so much. And it's like at the end of the day, I'm just grateful at this point. And I know at times I've been so ungrateful, not just wanting to relish in the energy of source energy, right? Learning to receive love, learning to love myself is a challenge. I know I've been ungrateful. However, this is another thing that I've been learning in this pause, to learn to be more grateful. 444. I mean, I've never known what gratefulness is. Never known. And my dad was a preacher. And I remember he used to talk about the Lord and God and Jesus all the time, and the love that, Jesus had. And, I didn't receive it because it didn't resonate. And it's okay. However, his foundation allowed me to come back to the I am presence. Even though I may not be following his particular path, at the end of the day, to me, it's all the same. You know, it's all the same. And there's no wrong way. And that's why I chose to appreciate even those who go to church, those who believe in something outside of them. It's okay. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. It just ain't for me, you know? So, this whole transmission was really geared towards the love that I have immersed myself in. And it feels pretty amazing to be able to heal in a manner that uplifts you, right? And sometimes you don't even realize that you're on that path of healing. Like these things were troubling you and ingrained in you. These emotions that are trapped so far and deep, and these feelings, right? But that's what the pause is for you to recognize, like, hey, source is lifting you up. I mean, think of Princess Fiona. Remember the transformation? Everybody was like, ugh. But she came out more beautiful than she ever did because she was able to be herself without apology. And it was just so amazing to see. I used to want to be able to see where my life was headed, what I was going to be doing, what gifts I was going to have, who I was going to end up with. Like, I wanted to see all of this. And part of me is still a kitty cat. I'm curious, right? However, I learned to just go with the flow. I made a video some time back talking about water. I'm, man, to be water is an amazing energy. Just going with the flow. Got nothing stopping you. Nothing. Water is amazing, right? I understand that the excitement is in the journey and not knowing the journey. Therefore, sometimes we may never know why we do things, why we went through things, why certain people do things to us. When we get in the pause will tell you everything. Like, wow, I've allowed this individual to do this to me. Wow, I've allowed myself to be hurt. And if we don't stand up for our own selves, guess who will? That's why the pause is needed. So if you're in a pause right now, right, show gratitude for that pause. It may not be what you want. It may not look how you desire it to look. Guess what? You're still living, you're still breathing. If that sun can set every day and rise every day, so can you. And if you haven't had it today, I love you. I love me. I love us. I love we. Have an amazing rest of your stillness. Peace.